My impact area is broadening participation in computing. And we have a lot of different projects that are all focused on making computer science more accessible and welcoming, especially to folks who have historically been marginalized in computer science. Computer science as a field is still very male dominated and still does not represent the population that we have in the United States. In computer science in general, about 22% of degree holders are women or non-binary individuals, less than 10% are Black, less than 10% are Latinx. And this is something that's been true since computer science became a field 60 years ago. We actually peaked with the number of women in 1984, and our peak was 35%. That was the highest we've ever been. And so what we need is to be able to make computer science a place for everybody. We are all users and consumers of technology in a way that has never been true before. We all have phones and use apps and use software all day, every day. And if those apps and software and that content is created by people who don't look like the people using it, that creates a disconnect. That's how you end up with voice recognition that can't recognize female voices. That's how you end up with facial recognition systems that don't recognize Black or African American faces. And so we do a lot of projects within Northeastern, out in the community. We do research, we do events, we do all kinds of programs that are focused on bringing in people and giving them opportunities, showing them that they can study computer science if this is something that they want, that there are ways for them to learn and to be a part of this community. Corey is the most supportive place I've ever worked in terms of broadening participation. In Corey, our undergrad incoming class, we have about 45% women. This is twice the national average. In our Align program, we have over 50% women, and we have 25% underrepresented minorities. We have made a lot of changes in how we hire faculty as we start to diversify our computer science faculty, because representation matters. As we all know, if you see faculty, you see your professors who look like you can see yourself in this field. It's important that everybody have a voice at the table. It's not just about technology and computer science. Social justice is important for everyone. It impacts us in ways that we don't necessarily always think about. Systems are used and software is used and algorithms are used, and everything from deciding who gets access to food stamps to who's going to get arrested, who's going to get into college, and who's going to be able to get through a job application process. All of these kinds of systems are using algorithms, they're using technology in a way that's relatively new. And the implications of how that affects people who don't fit a certain model is still unfolding. So the implication, if we can really have equity across the board and we can really lift up voices and make sure everybody feels a sense of belonging and feels valued in their roles in creating technology and their roles in using technology, that creates a world where we can have more social justice built into everything that we use all the time.